Hey everybody, I'm back. I kind of sat here just watching the fire eat away, and next thing I noticed, I was like, I think I'm going to get my slingshot out and just kind of practice with it a little bit. And that kind of gave me a motion of something to talk about with survival skills. And, you know, I see all these people making packs and making things that they can do to, you know, make sure they have what they need to survive in the woods. But, you know, in all honesty, you know, every time I travel in my vehicle, which is a truck, I've got a 97 Dodge Ram, my packs go in there. If it's not my full pack, it's my hip pack that I always carry with me that has a good first aid kit, some supplies and stuff like that. It doesn't have necessarily like a tarp or anything like that to build a shelter, because I've actually made structures out of the woods, you know, been able to take care of myself that way. So I'm not really all that caring about like carrying tarps, but I was thinking, okay, we've got, you know, everybody carries a knife on them, either it be a pocket knife or a full tang knife. I mean, depending on what state you live in and what, you know, where you're watching this video from, if you're watching at all, depends on the laws and regulations of knife carry in your state. My state is West Virginia. Anything that's 3.5 inches, you can actually have it as a pocket knife and conceal it. Anything over 3.5 inches, you have to carry unconcealed where everybody can see it. So that means basically if I want to walk around with the damn katana on my back, I can. If I want to go somewhere and have a machete on my side, I can. It's part of the laws. And you know, West Virginia is still one of those free states. We have no register on our guns. It's just background check and boom, the gun's yours, as long as you pass the background check. So it's fairly, you know, I live in one of the last states that you actually have some, I guess you could say, some fun rights to everything. And sorry again, like I said, I'm on my video camera, but it got me to thinking about weaponry. And you know, if you're stuck out in the woods, would you really want to put your only knife on the end of a stick and use it as a spear? I guess if you had to, you would. That's all well and good. I mean, if it's a downright scenario where you have to. For me, I don't necessarily want to do that. I don't necessarily want to put the only knife that I have on a stick and use it as a weapon, because in my honest opinion, you know, if I'm near a mountain lion or, you know, or a coyote or something like that, okay, that gives you a little bit more distance, but still yet that knife is not going to do a one-time kill. It's the same principle. If take a big long stick, sharpen the end of it, and you got a spear, you just don't have a knife on the end of it. I mean, same principle. Maybe the knife cuts better, yes. The stick, you have to have a little bit more, but it just kind of got me thinking about compact weapons. Yeah, you can take a handgun with you. But what happens if I cross over from the state of West Virginia to Virginia or Ohio or Kentucky or Tennessee, or, you know, just anywhere that the laws are different in that state, that I can't have a concealed weapon or this? So I'm thinking, what weapons would be good to carry in your vehicle at all times? And I'm thinking, well, every state allows bow hunting, and to my knowledge, now if a state doesn't allow bow hunting, I don't know what state that would be, but I'm thinking bows. Okay, well, you know, I'm not a big compound bow person. I don't like them. Too many things on them can mess up. I like recurve bows. I've got a Samick Sage Takedown. I've showed it on one of my videos. I love that bow to death, but it's big. You know, that thing's 62 inches tall. You know, so concealing it, well, not really concealing it, but making it compact, you have to put the whole limbs down and everything like that, and that takes a little bit of time. But every state that I've been in the surrounding counties, well, not counties, I messed up. Surrounding counties of West Virginia, and also in the surrounding states of West Virginia, sorry about that mishap, I've always seen arrows being sold. Arrows everywhere, crossbow arrows, regular arrows. So it got me thinking, what could be one of the best weapons you can take into the woods with you in case of defense, you know, like you need to defend yourself from some kind of predator? And don't get me wrong, there's bears here. There's, you know, deer, and I'm sorry, but you piss off a deer, those freaking antlers are they're gonna cut you to hell. They can kill you if you piss off a deer enough. So, I mean, the thing is this. You can't always have a weapon on you, as in a gun or a big compound bow or a recurve bow. But there is something that's good for varmint. And if you get power enough bands for it, I've seen people and I've heard about people take down bears with this thing. And that's a slingshot. You know, now I do have a marksman. It's a marksman, and it comes with the adapter to fire arrows, so it is a sling bow. So it's the design from Dave Canterbury with the Pathfinder School. If you haven't watched any of his stuff, go check it out. I think his is like Wilderness Outfitters on YouTube. But a slingshot, perfect little weapon. Yes, you're gonna have to take some time to get used to it. You're going to have to target practice with it, just like you do anything with a pistol, a rifle, a shotgun, a compound bow, a recurve bow, anything like that. You're going to have to practice to get good with it. So yeah, my thing is this. I'm just sitting out here just watching the fire get eat up because, you know, I don't want it to be too big, but because it is really extremely dry today. So I don't want to cause like any kind of forest fires or anything like that. But in all honesty, I just sat there and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to get my slingshot out and just practice with it. And I pick a spot on a tree. And I went over there and carved with my knife just a little spot to, you know, have for a target. And I'm just hitting it left, out, or right. And I'm thinking, you know, if a squirrel came by, that's dinner. Or if a bunny rabbit comes by, well, guess what? I'm Elmer Fudding it tonight. So, you know, the thing with me is why not go out here to Walmart, Kmart, somewhere cheap and get yourself a $10 slingshot or, you know, a $20 one. I think this one that I've got, it's the Marksman. It's got the Dave Canterbury little adapter to it that shoots, you know, where you can shoot arrows, and you can also get an extension for bow fishing. So there is that kind of stuff, and I'll walk over here and everything, and the camera might get shaky on you guys, and I'm sorry about that, but like I said, I don't have a tripod or anything to do my filming on. So here's the little adapter.